Hi guys, you are welcome to today's class. Today I will be showing you how to cut and sew a cowl neck top. Okay, please stay tuned and watch till the end. Okay, so firstly I started by measuring the neck depth of this top, which is I measured 1.5 inches because this is the back side of this top. Okay, so after measuring the neck depth 1.5 inches, for the neck width I measured 3.5 inches. Okay, and I connected the lines together. Okay, so after marking out the neck depth, the neck width, I went to the shoulder and marked my shoulder, the armhole. I divided my armhole into two and I got my 4 inches and I connected my armhole and gave it a curve. Okay, so now I'm covering the armhole. So after covering the armhole, the next thing I went ahead to do is on the shoulder to mark my shoulder slant. Okay, so but now the next thing I'm doing now is to mark my body measurement. Okay, so after marking out the hip line, the bust point and the waistline, so the next thing I went ahead to do was to connect the lines together. Okay, so after connecting the lines together, I cut them out. As you can see now, I'm cutting them out and I place them on the fabric. So I placed it on the fabric and cut them, trace them out. So you will see, stay tuned, continue watching, you will see all the finishing of this top. So guys, after marking all the body measurements, I placed the pattern paper on the fabric, which is the back side of this top. What I'm tracing now, cutting now, is back side of this top. Okay, so after tracing it out, I removed the pattern paper and I placed the back of this top up and on top of the front. Okay, just watch carefully and see what I did here. So I shifted it to form a triangle shape. Okay, so this place on fold, the side on fold, is where we are going to use as the cowl neck. Okay, so now after placing it on top of placing the back on top of the front, I use my scissors and I trace it out. I cut out the upper side of the top, which is the excess fabric, as the which is the excess fabric. Okay, so after then I trace it out and cut them out. Okay, so now the front pattern and the front and the back is ready. So after tracing it, I notch the shoulder. This shoulder that I notch is where I will start to fix the shoulder when I will be joining the shoulder together. Okay, so whenever I will when I'm joining the shoulder together, the notch I notch now will give me a guideline and it will help me to locate my shoulder easily. Okay, so now I'm done. Can you see it? The front and the back is ready. Okay, the front and back is ready now. So the next thing I went ahead to do now is to go to my mesh. The next thing I will do now is to cut the facing of the front. Okay, so for cutting the facing of the front, I unfold a fabric and I place the front part of this top. I place it on top on top of the fabric, and I measured out 9 inches. That is where my my facing will stop. Okay, so now I'm done with the facing. So the next thing I went ahead to do is to turn the sleeve. Okay, so after cutting the sleeve now, the sleeve now is on fold. So it's 2, I will place there, I make it, which is 4. Okay, so guys, the difference between this top I'm making now and the one I made is that mine has sleeve, while this one have no sleeve. Okay, so that is all for the sleeve, and I trace out the sleeve, and I take my body measurement on the sleeve, and I cut out the sleeve. Okay, so guys, after marking out the sleeve, I trace the sleeve and I cut them out. Okay, so after cutting this sleeve, you are seeing me cutting now. The next thing I did was to notch the center in order for easy sewing. Okay, so I notched the both center of the sleeve, and I notched the armhole also, and I placed the sleeve on the armhole, and sew them together. Okay, so but firstly, before I attach the sleeve, I attach the shoulder. So for the shoulder, I place down the front pattern of this top, and I place the back side of this top on top of the front side of this top. Okay, so after placing it, after placing it, I I pinned it down, meaning that I pinned the shoulder. Okay, so after pinning the shoulder, the next thing I went ahead to do is to pick up the front facing. Okay, so for the front facing, I place it on top of the back. Okay, as it is lying now, the front is down, the back is on top of the front, and and the the facing is on top of of the the back of this top. Okay, so after that, I went to the machine and stitch them together. Okay, so as you can see me now, I'm stitching the necklines together. So I sew both the neckline of the front and the back and the facing together with the shoulder. Okay, I join the shoulder while I'm fixing the neckline of the front. Okay, so after fixing it now, the next thing I did was to notch the edges, the edges. Okay, so I notch the neck. Okay, in order for it to relax when I'm done sewing. If I don't notch the neck, it will not relax. It will not relax whenever I'm putting it on. I'll end up seeing my fabric coming out from the inner part of this top. Okay, so now I'm done joining the shoulder. Okay, so now after fixing the neck, the next thing I did was to notch the edges of the neck. Okay, so you see me doing it now. I notch it. The purpose of notching it is to make sure it relaxes when I flip it over to the right side, because this is the wrong side now. Okay, so you see it now, so it will relax very well now because I notched it. Okay, so after notching it, the next thing I did was to close the two sides of this top. Okay, the two sides, I close it according to my measurement, according to my body measurement, my bust, my waist, and my hip line. Okay, so I close it according to my waist measurement, and now I'm closing the other side according to the body measurement also. Okay, so after closing it, the next thing I did was to fix the sleeve. Okay, so now the sleeve, now you can see I for the sleeve I place the right side to the right side and the wrong side to the wrong side, then I sew the sleeve. Okay, so after this sewing this sleeve, now the next thing I will do now is to fix the elastic on the elastic channel. Okay, like guys, I told you guys that the difference between this one and the one you're seeing on the picture is that I fixed my sleeve because I don't like wearing clothes without sleeve, so I decided to add sleeve on my own. Okay, so now I'm fixing it on the elastic channel. As you can see now, it's going on the elastic channel. So after fixing this elastic, now the next thing I will do is to so after fixing it on the elastic channel, the next thing I did is to stitch it together, to stitch the elastic on the clothes. So after stitching it, I close the sleeve. Okay, so now it is time to hem the down of this sleeve. Okay, so after hemming the down of this sleeve, can you see now I first curve the down part of this top before hemming the down part of this top. Okay, so after cutting it and slanting it the way I want, I hem the down. Okay guys, after hemming this down, this down part of this top, can you see how it looks like? The top is ready to wear now. Can you see the cowl neck? Yes, so now it is time to see the design once again. Can you see it now? I said the difference is the sleeve. The difference between this one and the one on the picture is the sleeve. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.